Monicor is a unique health check system, which also allows for effective corrections based on the resonance principle. Resonance is the best way of correcting organs and systems as it restores the normal functions of the body without weakening or activating them, providing a perfectly natural way for the body to heal. Monicor has a wide range of user possibilities. Monicor balances the meridians. The balance in our meridians is of vital importance to our health. Monicor will detect if there is too little energy or excess energy in the meridians. Monicor corrects acupuncture points. It reads and activates all the weak acupuncture points of the body. It also shows which points are functioning normally. During a 40-minute general correction, all acupuncture points are corrected. Monicor performs a stress test by reading the frequencies of about 170 different microorganisms, such as viruses, bacteria and parasites. Monicor is then able to detect the active microorganisms and deactivate them by applying the correct frequencies. Pathogens are usually activated when the body is weakened or has stagnations. External viruses and parasites can also affect the body. Monicor has the unique capacity to check which dietary supplements and foods are suitable for you and will measure how the supplements and foods affect the body's organs and systems. Symptom correction is another feature of Monicor. The symptom correction program will calculate which zones or acupuncture points need to be corrected based on a specific symptom.
The scan/callibration. Before the diagnostic scan starts, Monicor will measure the properties of the electromagnetic environment for approximate 1 minute. This scan is performed in order to eliminate a potential environmental impact on the client. During this scan, it is very important that no electrodes are attached to the client. The diagnostic scan. Placement of electrodes. Use the DIN cord which is connected to the Monicor unit. To receive a correct result, it is important that you use the correct cord and that the red and black alligator clamps are attached to the correct wrist.
1.
Place a lightly moistured cotton ball of approximate 12 mm on the metal part of the alligator clamps.
2.
Place a black alligator clamp with the metal part on the inside of the client's right wrist on acupuncture point MC7 with the flap turned outwards.
3.
Place a red alligator clamp with the metal part on the inside of the client's left wrist on acupuncture point MC7 with the flap turned outwards. To start the differential diagnostics, check the box Differential Diagnostics. Monicor will now analyze the status of the body's meridians, acupuncture points, organs etc. The General Diagnostic Analysis. After completion of the General Diagnostic Analysis, Monicor's General Analytics section is displayed, graphically showing the health status of the client and how his/her bodily resources are used, as well as showing the balance of the meridians and organs. The current health status. The colored round circle at the bottom to the left shows the body's current health status. Click on the question mark for a description of the various health figures. It is well worth considering that this diagram depicts the health status of the body at the exact time the general diagnostic analysis was made. If you do a diagnostic analysis after, for ex, a stressful day or after some challenge or late in the day, the resulting figure may likely be low, such as 2, 3, or 4, and this means that the body's resources, or battery, is low but may likely be improved after the general correction. Click on the various abbreviations in the outer section of the circle to see the meridians under or over functions. The dashed round circle shows the resource utilization of the body. If the dashed circle is concentrated to its center, it means that the body's resources are tensed, consuming more energy to mobilize all resources in order to be able to fight a significant challenge or imbalance. Challenges and imbalances easily arise in a stressful situation or if the body is poisoned or in other extreme situations. This tighter circle could be normal for the body, but should not extend over time as the body's resources will be consumed, which may lead to health problems. The blue prickly circle shows the 12 meridians of the body and their connected organs. The meridians follow the meridian clock and show over or under activity of each organ's left and right side. The organ is underactive if the blue line is inside the dashed circle and overactive if is outside the dashed circle. The meridian clock shows when the meridian organ is most active, for example the lung meridian, PLU, which is most active during 3 to 4 am. If the lung meridian is overactive, the client may be waking up during the active period. Poor functioning meridian systems create aging processes and various diseases. That is why it is advisable to continuously restore and improve the energy flow with the help of Monicor. You can find the optimal values for the client by clicking Harmonious Condition. To see the client's individual biorhythms, click Ongoing Analysis of Biorhythms. The detailed analysis. To see the detailed analysis, check the time of the diagnosis and click on Analysis ES. The program will quickly show you some headlines. Disease risks. This function shows and depicts its calculations based on how well the meridian system works. Risks may be temporary assessments, in particular when the colors are blue or pink. If risks are depicted with red or brown color, you need to check if these risk levels are frequent. If the same risks and high levels of risk arise, you need to pay attention to a potential problem. Organ and systems. This function shows how different organs and systems adapt to the super complicated life of the body. The body is a dynamic system and changes continuously within certain limits. Thoughts, emotions, weather etc., are some of the factors that changes the body's environment and to which the body needs to adapt. These changes can affect bodies differently. Red and brown colors show that there is a major activation or effort going on. If one particular organ frequently has high values, it is a sign of that the organ needs help. It also needs help if it oscillates between satisfactory and high/low values. The meridian system. Depicted here are acupuncture points with deviations from normal conditions within their meridians. ACU points marked with the figure 0 have a lack of energy. ACU points with the figure 99 have an excess of energy. Figures higher than 50 have an excess of energy but to a lesser degree. ACU points with figures under 30 have a lack of energy. All these figures reflect the body's energetic condition in which some organs receive too little energy and other too much energy. As Monicor distributes the energy more evenly and removes blockages, the body's energetic condition is optimized and, thereby, health is noticeably improved. Printing measurements. By clicking on Report, you can print all of Monicor's measurements. You can also send reports via email. Testing substances. This function will allow you to see how a supplement or nutrient affects the body. It is highly recommended not to perform more than 5 tests/24 hours as this would exhaust the measure points. Placement of electrodes. Use the DIN cord which is connected to the Monicor unit. In order to obtain a correct result, it is important that you use the right cord and that the red and the black alligator clamps are placed on the correct wrist.
1.
Place a lightly moistened cotton ball of approximate 12 mm on the metal surface of the alligator clamp.
2.
Place the red alligator clamp on the outside of the client's left wrist on acupuncture point TR4 with the metal surface against the skin and the flap turned outwards.
3.
Place the black alligator clamp on the outside of the client's right wrist on acupuncture point TR4 with the metal surface against the skin and the flap turned outwards. Click Go to Measurement. Check Test of Substances. Choose Number of Tested Substances. Click Start Monicor. The test process begins by first testing the client's condition before testing the substances. When this is completed, this message pops up: place the first substance for testing. Place the substance in the aluminum bowl on the device and click OK. When the test is completed, a new message is shown asking you to put the next substance in the aluminum bowl. This is repeated up to 5 times, depending on how many substances you chose initially. When all the substances have been tested, the test result is shown on the screen. The column to the right shows the functional stress levels of the client's systems from his/her first examination, start column. The remaining columns, from right to left, show the result from the substance test. These columns are recognized by the table's figures in the table headline. The large colored circles show a summary of the client's total energy resources, based on the first examination. The small colored circles show how the client's body will react to each tested substance. The number of each substance corresponds to the order in which it has been tested. Use the table analysis of stress states of organs and systems to compare activation levels between the first examination and a substance. How did the stress level change? Perform a quick analysis. Click on a figure in the table's headline. 3 general evaluations about efficiency are shown below the table in color codes corresponding to important attributes: red, brown, and gray. Click on Evaluation panel and the table with dynamic, graded color changes is shown. All test results are saved in the database. See the test results in the expert. General correction. A correction of meridians and acupuncture points is very important as it improves the energy in the body and thus the general condition of the body's organs and systems. It also improves the body's general condition and has a positive effect on the body's regulating mechanisms. Check correction. Choose and insert time for correction and iteration stages. Click Start Monicor. Color and music therapy. When the treatment is running, choose color therapy and then start. The color therapy will increase the effect of the corrective treatment. In the program, there is an integrated module for color therapy which enhances the efficiency via the visual effect. After the initial diagnosis has been completed, the program automatically creates certain colors and forms, which are individual and specifically suited for the client's brain rhythms. The client can, in other words, receive color therapy with music simultaneously with 4EX the general corrective treatment. To evaluate the result of the correction, go to Expert, click on the different columns showing inner organs and systems. Here, you can see how different organs and systems change, as it is the systems which control their functions, according to the time interval chosen before the correction. If organs or systems have changed just slightly, they are in a stable condition. If they jump from lesser values to higher values or vice versa, it means that the organs or systems are unstable and need additional correction. Symptom treatment. Search for an existing symptom in one of the 2 scheme lists, check 1, copy it and check on in the lower field and insert. Click on Search. When you see all the points and frequencies that are connected to treatment of the symptom, check those and then click Correction. A new dialog window opens up. You can shorten the treatment time if it feels too long, go back to the previous window, Conditions Correction by Symptom Complexes and check the box Edit Schema in the column Duration, SEC, check 10, Compression. Install the unit for programming magnet strips, which can be programmed simultaneously with the treatment with alligator clamps and slash or patched electrodes, then press start. The treatment time has now been reduced to 1 to 3 minutes. When the treatment and the magnet strips have been programmed, tape the magnet strips to your wrists on ACU points MC7. Leave them there for 5 to 6 hours. Magnet strips can favorably be attached to key points. NB. It is possible to transfer frequencies to the charging unit without having to connect the client to the device. Stress test. Before a stress test is performed, a differential diagnostic evaluation must have been performed. Always perform the stress test before the general correction. Do not talk during the diagnostic evaluation, the general correction or the stress test. Placement of electrodes.
1.
Place a lightly moistened cotton ball of approximate 12 mm on the metal surface of each alligator clamp.
2.
Place a red alligator clamp with the metal surface to the inside of the client's left wrist, MC7, with the flap turned outwards.
3.
Place the black alligator clamp with the metal surface to the inside of the client's right wrist, MC7, with the flap turned outwards. Attaching the sound cord. Connect the sound cord to the computer's port for earphones. Place a patched electrode on the inside of the left wrist, on ACU point MC6. Place a slightly moistened cotton ball of approximate 12 mm on the metal surface of the black alligator clamp. Place a green, or other color, alligator clamp on the inside of the left wrist, on ACU point MC5. Stress test, step by step. Choose and check date and time. Click on the button Stress Test. Select up to 10 choices on the list. Click on Start to begin the stress test. When the test process is finished, an analysis screen opens. Green results. If clinical evidence of a disease exists with an active pathogen, it is likely that the impact of the pathogen increases to 95%, which implies a high risk. To deactivate the stress factors, the identified green results, click on Correction. Correction. In certain cases, the total correction time can be very long, 40 to 60 minutes. If so, you can compress the time to 10 seconds/frequency, and as a complement and post-treatment, store the information on magnet strips, which are taped to the ACU points MC7 on both wrists for 6 to 8 hours. You also obtain correction directly from the device by moving the patched electrode to the weakest point, key point.